everyone, this is Lime Cellular. Thank you for your patience. Today we put together a webinar for people who are interested in the real estate business. As you know, real estate and SMS is something that is growing, and it's pretty powerful. We have a lot of clients that do that very successfully, so we want to share success stories, give you some ideas. Again, same idea with feet on the street, so nobody has to reinvent the wheel. We take the experience here and all these years that our customers are doing it successfully, and some of them are kind enough to share the stories with us. So what you hear in those feet on the street webinar is real stuff. It's real stories, real prices, real examples for things that really work for successful customers for a while now. So again, this I think it's very, very important. We're going to share. We're going to do that occasionally as much as we can, and we're going to choose several. Every time we'll do in a different industry, different vertical, with different ideas, But again, always, it's always tempting to do a lot of things, but I can tell you, guaranteed here that the most successful customers I have are the ones that are actually focusing on one thing. Because I always say there's enough doctors, there's enough salons, there's enough realtors in your area or in the U.S. that can generate a big business. And it's really important to perfect your funnel, your pricing, and go ahead and scale basically the same thing over and over to different customers, as opposed to do different things. Because restaurants have different hurdles, different problems. Salons have different problems that you should solve, and just trying to do everything, it's almost impossible. So again, Fit on the Street episode 2, we're starting now. Our agenda for today, all right, a little funky here with the iPad, but our agenda today is, again, Fit on the Street episode 2 for real estate. We have a guest speaker. We have a special guest, one of our customers for a long time, that flew in from Colorado, and she'll be here and she'll tell about her experience with Lime Cellular and with SMS and in general in her business. So that's a nice thing. She's right here in our office today. So I thought it could be a good idea to have her have a few words here to you guys. We'll have some tip and tricks after I'll go over the real estate part. We'll give you some pricing ideas, some tips about the software, how to do it smooth and easy and fast, and we'll go with some ideas and also tricks about the actual physical signs, because that's a science as well. And we'll talk a little bit about what's coming out. I talked about it last webinar, what's coming next with the Lime platform, but I'll repeat it. And we have the text-to-win giveaway. So we'll give a tablet. As usual, we like to give something for people who stick around with us to the rest of the webinar. I know your time is valuable and you have a lot of things to do, so I appreciate your time for staying here and listening to our content here that we provide you. So please text webinar now to one of our short codes, 40691-71441. US, Canada, UK is 60222. So please text the word webinar right now, and at the end of the webinar we'll run a little text-to-win campaign here, and one of you, actually we scheduled already to run at 3 o'clock, so it's exactly 48 minutes. Usually the webinar ends at that time, and one of you will get a tablet, no shipping and handling. It's all on us, as a thank you for joining us today. So, Fit on the Street, we talk about Waydell Realtors today as an example. This is a real example, a real office, and we're going to show you how a local agent from New Jersey generated 60 leads in 1 month by placing mobile marketing signs in front of the property. Now, I don't know if you know, but 60 leads is a ton for real estate. For one house, it's a lot. And once you get 60 leads, and you get mobile numbers of 60 leads, I mean, some people will pay for that $15, $20 lead. This is very valuable, highly valued lead, and one simple sign can generate that. Again, it depends where the sign is located. If it's some cul-de-sac in a small street, so it won't generate so much because it doesn't have so much traffic. But definitely, in place with on the main road, obviously you can generate a lot more than that, but it depends. So here we got 60 leads. I consider it a little above average, but not too much above average. But again, even if you get about 4 or 5 leads a week per sign is still a lot. Realtors will be really happy even if they get 1 or 2 a week per sign. So I'm going to show you here an example. The goals obviously is to get leads, right? It's a little bit we're repeating here, but any realtor, all they want is buyers, right? They want leads. They want people who are interested to see their homes. And not just that, here are these leads. Obviously, you can convert them not just for people to look for this house. You can now take them and see other homes that they may be interested. So putting that sign on one of your properties on the main road will generate you buyers that you can show them other homes. So this is really high value thing for realtors to get new people, to know new people. Some people are just driving by. They want to maybe move to the neighborhood. They don't know anybody there. That's a great way for you to introduce yourself to the town, to those, introduce the town to those new buyers. And that happens a lot. So, one of the assumptions, right, is that, your phone is on you all the time. So when people drive by, when they see the property, when they see a sign, there's almost no way they're not going to have their cell phone, right? They may forgot their car keys, but the cell phone they're going to have on them. So that's why it's so effective. Right? When you see the sign, you always have your phone on you. All you have to do is text something. You don't even realize that you basically, when you text sign, right, and we'll show example of those signs, when you text to get more information about the house and you get a text back like with a link to a video of the house or pictures or prices or bathroom, bedroom, whatever it is, at that point, most people don't realize that they give the phone number to the realtor. Now they can pick up the phone instantly and say, hey, you're in front of the house, I can stop by and show it to you, or we can schedule something if you're busy. However, it's asking for someone's phone number without really asking for it. So after a quick demo, right, by the marketer, the realtor realized, very, very quick that he can, with mobile marketing techniques, can spark the buyer interest and generate leads. So you look innovative, you look a little different than others, and if you do it the right way in the software, it's fun, it's cool, and everyone, it's not something annoying, it's not something intrusive, it's something that they wanted right now, and they're interested in it. So more information about the house, someone's giving them a call right away. It's not intrusive, it's actually helping. So, it's something that you do that is helping your business, but also it's fun, it's cool, and it's, everyone are having fun doing it. So how do they do this? Now we're going to go to examples of how it's actually how this, how everything was put together, from the sign, the back end, and as feet on the street, the whole purpose is to kind of like hand it to you. So all you have to do is basically do the same thing and and just hustle and go out there and sell it. So before I show you how they did this, we have Valerie here, and she'll talk a little bit about her experiences. Valerie Ritchie from Colorado. She's got a company called Synergy Print Media. She came from the print world, and she does mobile marketing very successfully now. And
I'm here. I just wanted to say hi to everybody and thank Lime Cellular for having me here at their office today. As Yuval had indicated, I've been with Lime for about 3 years now, and I market to a specific vertical, a hair salon chain across the country. And I mean, it's been a process, but I think he's right in focusing on one vertical market. But the one thing that I do want to say is Lime has been a great partner in helping me achieve my goals and helping my customers achieve their goals, and very professional and timely. So I just wanted to highly recommend them. And just a little bit about my background. I have a marketing and media agency in Denver, Colorado. So we handle direct mail and a lot of other initiatives that people use to market their products and services. So I feel the SMS program ties in effectively with a lot of the other mediums that people advertise. And I just highly recommend them. Great people to work with at a good price and an excellent product. I'm going to turn it back over to you, Yuval.
Valerie, the reason I put Valerie's email here is that she is, she's not new to mobile marketing anymore, because she does it for a couple of years with us. But she's definitely a print expert. She does it for many, many years. And if you need any help in print or that kind of stuff, you can definitely reach out to Valerie at synergyprintmedia.com. All right, so let's go back to our subject today. So basically we're talking mainly about, rider signs are signs that are basically goes under the current real estate sign. There's many advantages to this sign, and that's the one that here on the bottom. And that called a rider sign simply rides on the regular sign. Now it's inexpensive sign. It draws enough attention, and in some cities or towns, it depends on the county, it depends on the local rules and regulations. Some towns don't allow you to put more than one sign on the property. They just allow you to put one for sale sign. So in that case, this rider can help you a lot, because if you go to a realtor and say, hey, I can only put one sign, I'm not taking off my sign because I have a contract with Remax and I have to use it. Another sign is actually individual sign. It looks like a house, and I'll show it in the next few slides. And the difference is that it's a bigger sign. It looks like a house. It's cute. It's nice. It draws a little more attention. But then you have to check if you can put more than one for sale sign or signs that are selling the house. So the rider sign is very important. Now, as you see, the right-hand side on the right-hand side, okay, these signs right here. This is basically the same sign. It's a rider sign. But look on the and that's what's really, really important is the format. You see, because you have to put a simple sentence like what's its cost, or text for video tour, something that will benefit the user by texting it. So now don't say just text this. Why should I text it? If I text it in the first example, I'll get a video tour. So you know what? I'll text it. I'll get a video tour. That's pretty cool. I can see a video tour of the house. Or if you don't put the price on the sign, you ask them to text to know the cost of the house. So that's really important as well. So, I'm interested. I'm looking at the house. The house looks nice. If I text the keyword cost 168, right, I'll see the cost of the house. I'll see the price. So that's a big enough incentive to text something. Because the bottom line, you wanna have people text. That's really the end purpose. Have them texting so you can contact them and you can get their phone number. keyword. That's really what it is. So you got a new lead. So again, either one is working pretty well, and also the keywords themselves. I mean, the keywords has to be simple. Cost 168. You know, it's always good to pick a word and then have numbers running after that. So cost 111, cost 112, cost 113, and each keyword represents a sign. So then you can move the sign to a different house once the house sold, and you just change the keyword in the back end and put the new listing to that same keyword. So every realtor, when you sell it, every realtor, you just give him, it's easy to manage, right? So if you take the word cost and you tell them, okay, you cost 1 to 25. Then the other realtor is cost 30 to 35. In that way. And this way you know how to manage your realtors. Each one of them has a series of keywords. They have a physical size, and they just move those signs between properties when they need it. So again, the structure of the sign is very, very important. Now look on this sign. This sign has a QR code just in case they want to scan it. I mean, I'm not a big believer in QR code, but you can definitely do it. Even if it's just for design, it makes this sign look smart, look smarter, do it. But what's very, very important in this sign is those stickers. Those stickers here that you can see the sign at night, it's a big, big help. Because when people walk around at night and they see the sign, believe it or not, that increases opt-ins. So I highly recommend to follow a structure of this sign or similar signs. There's a lot of examples on the internet. But take something that you know it works, and not just, you know, because the design of the sign can affect the amount, you know, the amount of opt-ins or the amount of people that text the keyword. So basically, once we got someone to text the keyword, what happened next, right? They'll get a response, an instant response from the server, and it's like instant. It's a matter of like 1 second, right? And they get the information they requested. They'll get it immediately, and they'll get whatever you put there. But we have a structure of the property listing feature that you put the address, the price, bedroom, bathrooms, a few words about it, and then you have a link to a landing page. And I'll show you also that, how you build it, and it's very, very easy. So you click on the link. Once you click on the link, what you get is the picture on the right side, which is, you know, that depends how you design it. And I'll even give you a template today that you can take it and fool around with it and change it around if you want. But basically, they get this. They can get a slideshow. They can get a lot of pictures. They can have a video. If you have a video, you can embed a YouTube video, and they'll get a lot more information. And now, what happened is, which is more important, right, is when they text it, the realtor got a notification right away to his phone, either email or phone or both, right? And they'll get, and we even save it on the back end and in the database, so you can log in and see a list of everyone that texted in, and that's a good way to track it for you too as well as the marketers. And every time someone texts a keyword, their contact information is being forwarded on the fly to the realtor. Now the realtor can call them right away from his cell phone, and they'll have the phone number in the SMS he gets. You can just click on it and call them and follow up and see, you know, and talk about the listing and talk about the property. And it will tell him even of which property they're interested in, so he can be relevant on the call and see, oh, I see that you're in front of the house on 55 Main Street. And their reaction normally is like, oh my God, how'd you know that? And you know, that's kind of like trigger a nice conversation about the technology and blah, blah, blah. And now, okay, let me show you a house. We have the best, you know, service in the area, blah, blah, blah. So just to summarize what just happened, you know, because I go over that really, really fast. And again, we're recording this presentation, and we'll provide the slides in the resource center as usual. But just to summarize what just happened, is a step one, someone texts a keyword that's on the writer sign. They get the information to them, and they can click on the link and see pictures and, you know, videos and everything and more information. And then step two is the realtor got notification in SMS or email or both, and he can contact them and, you know, trigger a conversation and hopefully a sale. And step three, which is I didn't mention yet, which is also very, very important, is that you build a little database now of potential buyers, right? So now you got 60 people from that house, 15 people from the other house, 10 people there, and slowly you build a database of, you know, it becomes like, you know, potentially 100 of potential buyers in the area. Now, what happened when there is a price reduction? Bam, you can text blast to everyone that there is a price reduction, and if they're still interested, you can show them the house again or negotiate or talk about something. Same thing, if anything changed, if the house is sold, you can also, bam, text it to everyone, say this house was sold. Show them that there's some action in your area and things are changing. So that can trigger people to rush a little bit to look at the other available properties. So anything that is significant that happened to potential buyers, you can notify them because now they opted in to your database. So, and you can, obviously at any point they can text stop and remove themselves. So you have no risk of spamming anybody. But notify, you know, just to trigger that force scroll is actually very, very important. You create relationship with them, but after that, following up, let them know about an open house, let them about a price reduction, let them about a house that was sold, a house that is off the market now, things like that. It's very, very important and make you look as a realtor much, much better and much more advanced than any other realtors. I mean, I don't remember, I bought a house a year ago. I don't remember seeing one text, you know, sign or getting any notifications or alerts from realtors. So this thing is, maybe you see that, and maybe us as marketers looks like it's out there and we know about it for a couple of years now, but that's not the case in the field. There's still a lot of room. There's still a lot of things you can do, and if you do it right, then you're even ahead of everyone else that are doing it. So not everyone are doing it. Most people don't, but with those tricks and those tips, you can be even ahead than the ones that are actually competing with you or against you. So let's talk about results, right? Let's talk about what happened with that specific listing. And again, this is real. So over the course of a month, like we said at the beginning, they got 60 hot leads just from one sign, right? Also, the notification, which is really, really important, it keeps the customers in the loop and enhance the interest in the area. In this case, it probably closed, right, for $450,000. The buyer was one of the ones that are texted to the sign, and it was, you know, that it was shocking for them. So within 3 minutes, you know, from texting, he got all the information. He was on the phone with the realtor, and he told them about price reduction and all that. So this is really, really, you know, it's simple stuff. It's basically a keyword with a listing info on it, and then text blast later. But if the way you put it together, you know, the bottom line is that you drive great results because everyone are happy. The buyers are being notified. The realtor have more leads and more control, and that makes everyone happy. Now, to this day, the realtor is putting signs on all of his property listings. That means that, it works, and that means that why not? If you have a sign out there that can generate even one lead, it's more than what you have. There's no reason not to do it. And we'll talk about objections and, it's too expensive and all that good stuff. So let's jump here to tips and tricks, which is basically how to do it. The signs I talked about a little bit, so there's basically 2 ways of doing signs. There's probably more, but 2 main ways of doing signs. One is to put a standalone sign that, sell the property. That can be also for sale by owner. You can sell that to owners as well that sell, and you can just knock on their door and sell them that kind of sign that generate leads. In this case, they're not going to have a real estate sign, so they're probably allowed to put that standalone sign in the property, and so that's a potential of its own as well. Sell it for $200 for sale by owner people, definitely possible. The signs, as you see on the top right, PVC sign, go with the thick sign, go with thick, strong signs. The reason you do that you can reuse them, and use the reflector because it generates more leads. Call to action and language, something I mentioned at the beginning. Very, very important. Keep it simple. Tell me what I get if I text it, and I'll text it, right? Tell me how am I benefit from texting to the sign. And just to give you another source here, if you go to oakleysigns.com, this is something, this is a website that have all these. You can order it from there. If you have your own sources, go ahead. It really doesn't matter. It's just something. I'll give a shout out here to Maurice. Maurice is one of our good customers that does real estate, and these examples are provided by him, and he sent me to oakleysigns.com. I wasn't familiar with it. Prices there are going, like if you order that house sign, which is a lot more expensive, 50 will cost you $15 each. If you go for the riders, 50 will cost you $2.50 each. I know that people in that business can probably get it for a lot less, but this is just straightforward online, no favors, not knowing anybody. We'll give you those prices. So again, this is talking about the signs itself. Very, very important if you're building a business for the long run to use strong, good signs, not the ones that are after a couple of times break, because they'll break and the realtor stop using them, and they will forget calling you to get new signs, that kind of stuff. So very, very important to pick something that is durable and will stay there, no weather, and for many, many years. These are the signs themselves. Let's talk about the software side, right? It's really, really simple, and I took here basically a couple of steps of how to do it, and I'll give you a tip and shortcuts. So the software, basically, what do you do first? Let's create the first listing, right? What do you do first is you create a landing page. So you click on the landing page feature, and then you'll see this. If you have landing pages, you'll see this. And if not, you'll just create new, and you have create from template. Now, create of template, it's the one here, right? Is the one that you as an admin, and again, we provide you a white label platform, so we call you an admin, and your clients are advertisers. So you as admin can create landing pages templates. It's a recent feature that we launched a few months ago. And what you can do is create a template so then your clients, if they click create from template, they're already going to have all the template of the listing. And what do I mean by a listing, by a landing page? A landing page template can be the structure of your listing, right? And I have one right here. If you see this one, which is page ID 1703, the name is 1540-3 Ocean Avenue, right? This is an example of a house on Ocean Avenue. Now, if you see here, we have the copy feature, right? So if you want to steal my template, basically you go and you enter in page ID 1703 and click copy. That will give you the whole page, so you don't have to build it. Now this page, what it is basically, all right, what it is basically a landing page with the realtor name and face on it, and then the property information, and then images for the property itself. So and on the bottom you can put powered by and your white label company. So basically that's all it is. Now you can create your own, you can do any template you want, but it's a lot easier when you have one to build your next property. So if a realtor has like 25, 30 properties, they're not going to want to build landing pages over and over. You know, another service you can offer is to actually do it for them. You know, people charge $5, $10 a pop to create a new listing for them. It really takes 30 seconds. So the template, basically what it does, you put the relative space, and then all you do, if you have the template, all you have to do is just change the property address and pricing, change the images, and republish it, and you have it. So stage one on the software side is to create a landing page. And again, you can use mine, copy 1703, and go from there and change it to whatever. And then step two is to create a property listing, right? You click on the listing, the property listing feature, and you enter the information for the property. And this is what they will see in the text message. So they will see 1540-3 Ocean Avenue in Seabright, New Jersey, 07760, the price, 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, exactly what you see here in the preview text message, right? And that's when they, before they click on the link. After they click on the link, they're going to see the landing page. But this is very important, so you know they'll see it on the text message as well. So you enter the property listing information. It's already here in the structure. If the page, a lot of listings have their own link URL in the internet already. If it's realtor.com or something else, in that case you don't even have to build a landing page. You can just select here. Clear those marks, right? If you already have a URL for that listing on the internet, just choose external link and put the realtor.com or whatever it is, or maybe your realtor website, maybe in the office you have someone that already lists the house on the internet. All you have to do is put the URL here, and you're done. So that will even take you, less than 30 seconds. You just enter the house information, put the URL, and save it. And this is where you set the keyword. This is where you set that the realtor will be notified. So the property listing is really takes care of the text messaging part, and the URL takes care of the viewing side after you click on the link. So two ways: either create a landing page off a template, or external URL take them to the listing that is on the internet already. That's even a lot easier. All right, so pricing ideas, right? It's always important. It's always good to hear about how to price it. Again, you can come up with your own. This is just my idea here, my advice. I recommend you to sell those signs for a fixed price, and you tell them that each sign has a unique keyword, and that's what basically they're paying for. They're paying for the physical sign, and you assign them a unique keyword. They can use this keyword in for any listing, and they can reuse it over and over. So they're not investing in something that will be trashed later on. They can just move that sign to a different house once it's sold or out of market. And so the recommendation here is to sell them signs and then sell them for at least, to start at $99 a month for up to 25 listings. So if a realtor has at a given time 25 listings or less, houses on the market, that should be good to go. And that includes, I would recommend you to include unlimited text. I know it sounds scary, but signs don't generate high volume of text messaging, compared to restaurants and stuff like that. So, or you can charge for, unlimited text in terms of generating leads. So it's lead generation, unlimited lead generation. And then if you want to charge them some extra, if they want to do text blast, that you can do that. But for the most part, $99 will cover enough of your texting costs. So $99 for 25 listings, and you can charge a little bit extra for text blast, but I don't recommend to charge for leads that are coming in, just because it is not it's something that for them at the beginning at least will be unknown. They don't know if a sign generates 500 messages or 50. So if you start to tell them it's a penny per text, 2 cents per text, whatever, it's gonna maybe put some difficulties on the sale. So it's always good to say you get even you can bump the price a little bit and say it's going to be $149 unlimited text or $99, and you pay 2 cents per text, something like that. So, but definitely the model is to sell them the signs themselves so they can keep them, they can reuse them, and then charge a monthly fee based on the amount of listing. That's the bottom line, because realtors, if they have, the size of the office is based on how many listings they have at a given time in the market. So the big office will have 200 listings. A very small office will have maybe 20. So that can definitely reflect on how much they can possibly pay for a service. So it's basically to price it on how many concurrent houses you can have on the market. That's a good pricing model because it reflects the size of the office. So a monthly fee for how many listings you want available, and a fee for a sign. So this way they'll have responsibility for the sign. If they lose it, they can just buy a new one from you. And the way you do it is basically you order the signs without the keyword. And then there are stickers that the printer can give you, and you basically, with the stickers, you change that's the cheapest way to basically order the signs. So you have the signs printed, and then you put stickers for the keyword. This way, if there's a reason to change the keyword, you can still do it. And also, it's a lot cheaper to order signs that are all the same. They replicate the same sign and not with numbers that are changing within the sign. So before we talk about what's next, before we're ending here, I want to talk about a little bit about objections, right? So again, it's just like I did last time. This will be posted. The presentation and the recording will be in the resource center, so you can read it later on. But I'll just cover one that's, it's always like, oh, I can't afford it. It's not in my budget. The third one right here, right? So, the answer for that is, listen, if you're going to sell one home in 8 years, right, you way covered this expense. So With this expense of about $1,200 a year for your office, and your commission is $18,000 for one house you're selling, this covers your expense for a long, long time. So basically, it's a tool to generate more leads and get more business. There's really no reason, a budget, it's really not a reason here, because this is a tool to make money. This is not something we're trying to sell you, desks to your, or better computers for your office. This is a tool that generates leads. It goes along with your efforts to make more money. So, and show them the numbers in perspective. Like here, what are you talking about? One house, you're making $18,000 in commission. If this will help you sell one house, you're covered for a long, long time. So, again, cannot afford it. And again, those questions, they're always good, because these are like the most common questions, and we prepared answers for you. So it's always useful to look at it. Maybe it can, save you when you go on, selling a deal. It can always help. So what's coming Thanksgiving? I had this slide in the previous webinar, but we kept getting those questions as when the responsive builder is going to be launched. So Thanksgiving, very soon, we're going to introduce the responsive builder. This is basically the next generation of mobile sites. So at the beginning, we had websites for desktops. And then people started to build mobile sites, which are great as well. So you had like a redirect code on your website. So if the redirect will identify the device, and if you come from a cell phone, it will send you the mobile version of the site. So basically now, it's relatively new technology that let the website adapt or change its size based on the screen size. The reason it's because, at the beginning we had websites. Then we got mobile phones, and so people build mobile version. And that's pretty good, because mobile version is, you want to build it differently than you build a website. There's much less room. There's other capabilities that the user can do on a mobile phone, like click to call and stuff like that. So the problem or the challenge that changed over the years is that now cell phones don't have one size, right? They go from 3-inch to 6-inch. Now you have tablets from 7-inch to 8, 9, 10-inch. And then you have the screens that go from 11 to 13, 17, 29 inches for the computer. So you're really going from 3 inches all the way to 30 inches, and you don't really know what's the size of the guy that will the next guy that will come to your website. So that's why responsive technology really try to answer this challenge. What it does, it basically works on a responsive CSS codes that basically adapts the size of the screen dynamically based on your screen size. So what you see here, it's the same website. This is the desktop version, and it shrinks itself. So it's not a new page. You don't have to redirect. It's the same exact page for desktop and cell phones. That is the hottest thing right now. This is the most highly recommended by the search engines, especially Google. They say no more mobile version and desktop version. They want to see responsive because it's easy to maintain one code, one content. A lot of times people will change their website but forget to change their mobile site, and that creates mismatches on the search engines. So they highly recommend to have one version of the site in responsive, which means you have one version, one code, one content, and you let the site adapt itself to the site. So this is something pretty cool that we will launch in Thanksgiving as part of our platform. And before before we leaving, please don't forget to text webinar and get a chance to win a tablet. It's all on us. No shipping, no handling, and we would love to send it to you, to the winner. Any questions? I had Michelle here and Leslie helping me while I was speaking, answer questions. Definitely you can contact them anytime if you have any more questions. Again, thank you for your time. Thank you for spending this afternoon with us, and have a great weekend coming and rest of the day. Thank you.